Folks, today we're going to take a look at DEI, that's Divide et Impera. Impera. That's a divide and rule is what that means. And today I've got Owen here.
Hello.
He's going to do a little playthrough. So we're going to do kind of a quick rules explanation and a playthrough of this. And hopefully it'll be something that'll be maybe jumpstart your game of DEI. All right, let's get started.
Divide et Impera.
Impera. It's by Ludus Magnus Studio. 2 to 4 players in the base game. You can expand out to higher player counts.
Yeah, and I'm completely new to this game, so I wasn't even aware of it before Sean had showed it to me, so I am as fresh as can be coming to it.
So I'll be teaching Owen here, and hopefully you'll be able to pick up some tips to help you play too. It's a really simple game overall. It's kind of it's one of those games where you see a lot of different iconography. There's not a lot of words or like written things aside from the reference sheet to go on, because it's made to be largely language independent, like a lot of these stuff from across the pond tend to be, because their markets are so mixed. They'll have so many different language versions of these. In fact, I think this is an Italian-based company. So this game pulls on a couple of different mechanisms. One in particular is going to be a card drafting mechanism where you're going to actually buy better versions of your starting cards as the game goes on. And all the cards that you buy will be worth points at the end of the game. It's also very much an area control game, one of my favorite mechanisms. And that is, there are 3 different colored bases around here, and there's 3 sets of each of those bases, and the more of those you control, the more special abilities you unlock, and they're worth, of course, more points at the end of the game. Now, as you control those bases, we'll be plucking the little cubes out and placing them on our tableau, and if by the second round we've got 2 of any of these bases, we'll be able to unlock a special power that has to do specifically with that. So and we'll go over what you do in a round in just a second. The other thing I note over here is we've got a marketplace. These marketplaces are also color-coded to match these bases, and there are certain requirements, like the cards on the very far side over here have no base requirements. As you get to the middle one, you have to occupy and have supremacy in at least one of those bases, and then this last lane you'll have to have supremacy in 2 of those bases. As cards are plucked out of here, they'll be they'll move down and then be replaced by other cards from the pile. Down here, of course, this stands alone as the black market, and this is just kind of an alternative way to pay for cards. And this one, the black market works a little bit differently. You can use you either get or have to pay extra technology tokens in order to purchase things over here. There's really only 2 kinds of currency. So apparently technology is always on the ground, and
Makes
batteries
sense.
are always on the roof.
Makes sense to me.
I mean, that's where you keep batteries, right?
Yes.
I only keep batteries on the roof.
I always just throw them on the roof, whenever I'm trying to store them, or, if they're getting old, I just toss them up.
Just keep them up there. Well, you have to go to the rooftops to get the battery ones, and they're worth a little bit more. The exchange rate's pretty accurate, like for the points you get versus the points you would get to hold on to them and stuff. So the pyramids, they're basically represented like triangles, little pyramids for the batteries, and circles for the technology things, which look like little blocks of cheese.
Hunks of cheese.
It looks like little pieces of cheese everywhere.
Get to the cheese.
I'm not sure what the little triangles look like. Kind of look like little traffic cones.
Yeah, I'd say that's probably the closest description.
So, the way this works is you're going to play 2 cards on your turn. Okay. And those cards, you'll lay them down and then you'll do the action. So you get to do 2 things. And the first turn, really nothing happens. The second, except that whatever you've caused to happen by playing your cards. The next time you play 2 cards, if you've got 2 cubes of a particular base, you'll be able to use a special ability that's chosen at random at the beginning of the game. And with that, you have a little variety in each of your games. They're going to be a little bit different. At the end of the third round, once you've placed 2 more cards, you're going to take one of your chits here, and it goes all the way up to the jobs board, and you're going to place it on one of these things. Basically, you're going to pick the one of these that makes the most sense for points, and you can place it there. And so here we're on the first round. You can pick one of these or any of these over here. The reason you can pick stuff from a further round is you also have these choices in the blue. So these choices in the blue are things that you can get if you were to pick this job later. So let's say the first round I picked this one because it made more points. Well, the next round I could pick something in this column, or eventually I'm going to have to pick something over here, and if it happens at a later time, you get paid a little bit less. Usually the little blue sides are just a little bit less of a amount of points, a little bit less efficient than, say, if you'd done it during a current round. Again, lots of iconography, but really not a lot of options. Like this is really easy to look up in the book, and after you get used to looking at these, the way these work, like, you know, this is going to be a point for each of these little round things, these little yellow technology tokens that you have, for example. I'm not going to go through all of these right now.
Now, if you stayed ahead the entire time, could there be a scenario where you didn't have to go back? Like if you were the one kept going in the front the whole time, and I wouldn't be able to interrupt you?
Well, we can both do the same job. Like we're not occupying the job when we take it.
Okay.
So there's really no reason to, unless you just see a lot of points that you don't think you'll have later.
Okay, so we both can do that though. The same same section here, we could both put our little chit there. We just wouldn't be able to put a chit there again later on.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Once you've done the job once, that's it. Now the other thing you can do on your turn is buy cards. And the way you do that, it works a little bit differently. So instead of playing it face up with the little icons, you're going to play it face down. And when you play it face down, if you do it first, you can use the card that you bought. So you play this face down. Let's say we're on the second turn here. You can play this face down, and then you can come up here, and if you can afford one of those, like this costs you one round one and one green one, and whatever the requirement is up here for the for the amount of bases that you have.
One battery and one cheese.
Yeah, one battery, one cheese. So you could take this and just add it to your hand, and if you wanted to use it, you could just throw it down right away, and or you can keep it and use it at a later time if you want, if it makes more sense to do it that way. Now at the end of the round, you'll be picking up all these face up ones, and they'll be going back into your hand. But any that are face down are just going to go over here into your discard, and they're kind of like out of the way. And at the end of the game, if you have things that are worth points, see how this has points at the top? If you have anything that are worth points in here, you'll get to count them too. So you're not getting rid of points by trading cards out. But a lot of times you can get cards with much better abilities on them just by drafting these. And you'll want to get cards over here. The other kinds of cards that are up here are the drone cards. So the other important concept is that each of our factions, the Purebloods have given us these mighty drones to use. Well, we both have one card, one basic card, that controls a particular type of drone. And when we interplay, we always bring them along. Well, the other cards, they also have 3 other cards that are somewhat better. A couple of those cards are like a better version of the one that you start off with. Those get randomly shuffled into these decks. And we've got a couple of yours out already, or that faction's out already. So This particular faction for the black team has this teleporter that'll be able to zap. It can zap 2 characters anywhere on the board. Well, the first thing it does is it moves 2 spaces. So it's going to move 2 of these 2 areas. And it can move over rooftops and stuff. It just flies right over the top.
Is that optional that it can move, or it has to move 2 spaces before it?
Yeah, it's optional. You can
Okay.
move up to 2 spaces, and some of these cards will let them move even faster.
Okay.
Like this one here says +2. That just means it can move 4 spaces.
4 spaces, yeah.
And then move you anywhere on the board. So it's pretty neat.
Great.
The other drone, like the drone that I've got here, is the murder drone, and that just I'll move 2 spaces and then just shoot whoever's in it.
Giant murder hornet.
But what's cool is it's not these little things aren't limited to me, and there's a little bit of a power grab, if you will. So when these cards come up, like we might be racing to try to get to a particular card that'll help us achieve our goals.
Okay.
But this, again, much like that, can move up to 2 areas, and then it'll shoot. It'll shoot the bad guy. And if we're playing a 3-player game, it would shoot 1 from each other faction.
Okay.
And then.
So they're not technically controlled by either of us. It's just whoever has a card that can play can move that drone in whatever.
That's true.
Way.
And you'll start off with 1 basic version of the card, and then there will be options for other people to buy even more advanced. So you can either play on that and get more of those cards, or maybe get maybe you like the other team's drones cards better. So you could go for that.
I want all the drones. One that murders everybody.
The drones are very, very effective. The black market stuff tends to be really great too, but a little expensive, especially in the early games. So kind of halfway through the game, it's worth a look over at the black market to see if maybe you want to pick up some of those cards.
So you have to actually spend or you just have to have control over what is available? I mean, from the black market. So like, say that first one's got 3 triangles on it.
Yeah. Or yeah, like this one here.
Do you just have to have control of 3, or you have to actually spend 3 to get it?
Now you have to spend 3 triangles to get it. And on this side, like you'd spend 3 triangles to get this card. But also, on this side of the black market, the more difficult side, you have to add an extra circle. So that would cost you 3 triangles and a circle.
So on the far end, though, where it has the symbol that you actually gain one of the circles.
Right. So this effectively only costs 2 circles.
So you have to have the 3? You can't pay for it with the one that you're getting.
That's true.
Okay.
If you've got 3 circles, you can buy it, but then you'll get a circle back.
Okay.
Like I said, these bases all have cubes. As you have majority in a particular region, you can take the little cube out, and that's going to go on your board. If you ever move out or leave that region, we're supposed to take the cubes and put them back so someone else can get it. Or it might just go to another person if that person's got people there. We'll go through these 3 turns 4 times for 4 rounds. And then we count up our points, and that's the game.
You're saying we go through these 3 turns, that's 1 round?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
3 turns is 1 round. And the first one, really nothing happens. You want to have bases. You want to have your bases covered and stuff by the time you get to the end of the second one, because that's when you can claim these special abilities at the top.
Now, these cards that you start with don't have any point value on them, so when they get discarded as well, there's no bonuses for discarding or anything like that, is there? I know you said that you get points for any of the cards that have a number in the top right corner.
Yeah. So none of your starting cards will have any kind of points on them.
Okay.
But cards that you buy will have points at the top. So are you ready to try a first turn?
I think so. I'm ready to fumble horribly through the game as I probably lose. But
all right. So before we really get going, we need to take a quick look at the board and discuss maybe movement. I guess would be a good thing. So on my first turn, and only on your first turn, you're going to deploy your peeps. They're going to go into the refuge. So the first player puts a leader and 2 scrappers. That's what his little buddies are called, scrappers. and they're gonna end up in a refuge, which is this little tent-looking icon right here. This is a neutral one. If we played a multiplayer game, there would be more of these refuges around the board. But on a single player or a two-player game, you just get the one. We also have a neutral bridge. And there's a couple of rules for the way bridges work. We'll kind of cross that bridge when we come to it. And we've got neutral elevators. I think they call them elevators, but they're look like zip line kind of things.
Grappling hooks or something.
Yeah, they're little grappling things.
Yeah, it's an elevator.
So with movement, you'll see that things are separated with these dark lines. And that's sort of like having a different space. So if this guy moved one space, he would move to here. The other thing you'll notice is that there's these buildings sticking up out of the snow. You can't move from here to here because this is kind of up in the sky. That's why you need these little spaces like this. If there's a space, one of these things here, one of these elevators, and you can either use the community one or you can build one. Each person's got their own little set of tokens. You've got 3 that you can build. That makes these 2 things adjacent. So he could take this and for one movement can go up here. Once you're on top of the buildings, you'll see some of these buildings have different heights and stuff. You can move easily around those, no big deal. Each of these boards is referred to as a district. Like if we think about this little cube, if we separate it out from the rest of the map, this is a district. Now it's possible for these districts, like here's all of these districts are containing one area. So these little shaded lines right here mean that all of these are one space. So if I moved into here, I could, standing here, I'm in all of these areas, if that makes sense. So these districts they're not new spaces. The spaces is completely defined by either an elevation or these dark lines. So some of your cards will have like shoes. Those shoes are the movement. If you wanted to do this, you could play it down on your board there. And that would let me move twice. So I could move all of my people into here, and that's 1. And then I could move them all down here, and that would be 2 movement. The other thing I could do is move these 2 people over here and this guy up over here. Like say I wanted to send him up here to pick up all these iPhones that are laying on the ground. He could go over there and I could have these guys kind of working on a different plan this way. I could also have left him and just kind of put these 2 here and there. The other thing to consider is majority. Now, the black team's special ability means that they can ignore majority. So this leader can ignore majority. So even though normally one person couldn't move in here if there were more of another faction there, unless they had equal amount. This guy actually counts as 2, so that's a terrible example. But here we go. Her special ability lets you move in here. His special ability is that he counts as like 2 people. So this would be like 4 people.
He's a big boy.
Because he's so huge.
He's a big boy.
The other things you can't do unless you have majority is pick up these resources. You can't get those. And you can't, I think it's movement and gathering resources are the main things where majority comes into play.
Okay.
This symbol here is how you build things. So you do have the ability to build bridges, more tents, or places, I can't remember what the word.
Refuges?
Refuges,
called it? Yeah.
And these elevators. So you can use that symbol on your card to build any of those things. And some of these cards are multi-use cards, like this will let you either enlist to put more people down, collect resources, or move. So you can do one of those 3 things and then build something. They each start with one of these kind of interesting cards. And I think my team actually has 2 of those. These aren't the same for every team. In fact, they're slightly different from faction to faction. So it's kind of they're a little bit asymmetrical on top of like their little special power that they get to do.
The only other thing I would want to ask is, with your murder drone, can your leader ever be destroyed?
No, the leader can never be destroyed.
Okay.
The leader's pretty much safe.
Only the scrappers.
Only the scrappers, and they can come back. Like if they get killed, you can deploy them again.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
There's a lot of scrappers out there in the world.
Scrappers be scrapping. Obviously, this is your limit then too, of your scrappers.
Yeah, and that's the limit. If you decide you want another, like if you got for some reason you have all of your bridges out, mm-hmm. and you want to build another one, you can take it from another spot and just put it there.
Oh, okay.
And the same goes with your refuges and your elevators too.
All right, and you don't have to have control or anything like that when you do that. You can just
no.
Okay.
No, I don't think so.
They just teleport over to you.
Yeah.
There's teleportation in this game, so that makes sense.
It could happen.
It could happen.
So the first round only, player one puts his guy down, your leader, and 2 scrappers. When your first turn happens, you're going to put your leader down and 3 scrappers.
Okay.
So you get a little extra scrappy. All right. And I'm going to move. I'm going to send these 2 guys over here. And I'm going to send him over here. That's 2 movements. Because I now occupy these, I'm going to take these little green cubes, and these are going to end up, the green and the blue, end up on the board here. And I win.
Yeah.
Congratulations. Thanks for coming over, Owen. And let's see. I'd really like to maybe harvest some stuff, or do I want to build? We'll use my multi-use card, and I'm going to harvest with this middle one, and then I'm going to build something. So for the harvest, I'm going to just pick up one of these yellow cubes, and that'll go on the board there. I'll add that with my other stuff. And for the build, I think I'm going to build an elevator, and I'm going to add that over here with these 2 guys, right next to these buildings. And that is my 2 actions.
Okay. Alright, so first thing is I get 3 scrappers and my guy in the middle here.
Right.
And I want to get a couple cubes, but I don't know if I can get all the way over there. Why not? Let's go ahead and do it like this. So we'll put an extra person out.
Okay.
And then I can do 1 movement.
Yep.
So I will move. Now, if I move into the space that you're at, because if I'm moving 3 in with the majority, then I can take your cubes over. Is that correct?
Yep. Then you take those cubes.
Okay. So I want to get this stuff unlocked. And then I will play the double movement.
Move.
And might as well just take, so I can take this as 1 movement, and then I could pop him over, and then I could have both of those cubes.
Yep.
Correct. Okay. And then at that point, I have 2 greens, so I can flip this over. Is that how that works?
Or at the end of this turn, if you still got it.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, I think I'm going to move again. The old move.
Take the old move.
And this guy's going to go, he's going to climb up his little elevator and be up here. And this guy's going to just kind of go over here. So this guy made it to the thing. he's still got one more to go before I get to red. Can I do it? Sure. So I'm going to do an enlist and a move. So when I enlist, I get to bring a new dude out. He goes to the tents, and then he's going to move, and he's just going to move up over here.
Snag it.
Get another red cube. So now it's at the end of this turn. And you can see by the fist that I've got these two reds, and I'm going to be able to flip over this one. And I don't know what that means. But I've got it for the rest of the game. So this is locked in. Even if I lose those red cubes, or the majority of those red later on, I'm going to have this special ability for the rest of the game. And that's just kind of locks in on my player board. This is also worth points at the end of the game too. It's worth 1 point if you have one, 3 points if you have 2 of these, and 6 points if you have all of them. So, if I see that correctly. So what are you going to do, Owen?
I want the cubes. I want all the cubes. But I can't get all the cubes. So I am actually going to get rid of my multi-card.
Alright, so it goes face down.
So I put that down. I spend my 1 battery. And
which one did you want? This one?
And then we'll go get the black market, yeah.
Black market cards.
Why not?
Well,
now I get to play it immediately, is that right?
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
And then this is going to move down.
That would be my second
yeah.
whatever action for the turn. So then I'll move 2 of these guys into here. Take that red one there, so I can unlock some stuff. So now I've got 2 greens and 2 reds. So we'll flip these over. Alright, so this one means that to establish majorities, your refugees add +2 to your total in the regions where they are placed. Refugees, your refuges.
Your refuges.
I feel like the more I'm saying that, the harder it is to say it.
Your refuges has +2. Okay.
And then that one is once per action phase, you can play a technology resource instead of an energy cell, and vice versa to purchase a market card. So I can have some versatility with my abilities.
Ways to bend the money, the currency.
All right, and that's my turn. The discards. When does that go into discard?
On the cleanup phase.
The cleanup, okay. And then that bottom will pop off. These guys are going to just stay in place. Is that how that works? And we just activate, or do they have to move them before we can use them?
They'll stay there until we activate them, and you can choose to move them if you want.
Okay.
Whoever activates it.
I forgot when I did that second action.
Oh yeah, you get to either you want to build an elevator.
Yeah, you might as well pop one in. That's it. Okay.
Yep, you can do that.
No, you can't use mine?
No.
No, yeah, alright, okay.
I cannot.
Even better.
Oh, man.
Except I don't get any points for those green spots. There's really no point. There's really no point in me even. But it's fine, though, because I can just build it back later. Oh, this is connected, isn't it?
Huh?
Like, if I put it right here, I would be able to hop up here.
Yeah.
I might as well do that, because I don't need greens for the rest of the game. There's no points associated with them. They don't give me anything, right? Well, except they give me the... Yeah, never mind.
Well, you'll get some at the end, yeah.
But they give me options at the market.
But you only need 2.
That's true. And I have to, and the other two are easier. Okay. I am the man. That takes 15 minutes to make a turn. Go ahead. I'll just leave it there. I won't touch it again.
Majority are red or blue. I've only got 1 red base. I don't have any more movement. I could just harvest. I could go shopping for iPhones or
iPhone 4s.
Well, here's what I can do.
The iPhone 4 never breaks.
Yeah, that
It's still around.
the Great White Death. It doesn't. Even with that, it keeps going. So I'm going to do a collect action. It lets me pick up 2 technology, and I'm going to do it from here. He's got majority there. He's just there all alone. With my other one, I'm going to move, and then I'm going to build something. So he's going to move. He's moving, like this is all one area. So he's going to go over here to the blue. Take a blue cube for the board. And I'm going to I'll build me a little elevator over there too.
Okay. All right. That's the end of your turns for the round.
Well, that's the end of my turn, so I have to now pick.
Oh, okay.
I have to now pick something, and really I've got the same amount of points if I pick the current turn either way. I could pick this one. That's 2 points for everything I've built, because I've built this thing here. So that's worth 4 points to me right now if I do it. Or just 3 points and have be current. I think I'll just take the 3 points. So got that here. Get my 3 points right here.
And I cannot get this guy anywhere close enough because I wasn't really paying attention to the fact that, well,
Yeah, you can move 2.
I guess if I made some people here, I could move him over and teleport him over somewhere.
Yeah.
That's a possibility.
One person can go to a roof anywhere on the board, or 2 people can go onto the ground anywhere on the board.
We'll make a guy. He just explodes out of the tents there, and then we'll pick up.
You get to collect.
Yeah,
so,
one.
So anywhere where there's a person and also one of those things, you can collect.
I'll just snag one of these because I can only get one because I only have one collection.
Right. You just stick it in your little spot.
Yeah. And then we will go ahead and do the teleportator. And so it goes 1. That's correct, and then 2.
Yep.
And then this guy's gonna hop up the ramp, go up in the teleporter, and I think even though this doesn't help me on the round, this will maybe help me later. We'll pop him up over here. Now he's stuck over here, right?
Kind of, but you can teleport him later.
I'd have to go grab him, so that's why I only wanted to do the 1.
Or he could build something. You could have him build an elevator and get out of there, or a bridge to go across to this thing.
Ah, that's true. Or to those 2 things. Okay.
And what's coming up, so the next round will be how many constructions you have is one of the considerations for that 3rd round. So now you got to pick, put one of your little dealios on a job over there.
Yeah, and it really doesn't matter. I'll just take the blue ones, whatever, just to separate them from you.
And go ahead and put your points up on the track.
I get 6, is that right? Because I've got 2 blues.
That's right.
Boom.
All right, so now we're in the cleanup phase, and you are 3 points ahead of me, so that makes me be first player again. So normally up here at the top, like however this changes, we'll adjust. But since I was first player last time, it works out. So on your board, all the things that are face up, you get to take back into your hand. And the things that are face down,
my multi-tool.
will just end up right here. All right. What will I do? What I want to do is buy your drone card and use it against you, because that makes makes people mad.
Never mind. Okay. I was trying to make sure that.
Let's see. So I'm going to do the move for my first play. And what will I move? I think I'll move. I'll move this person here. it's the same, so there's no one's got a majority here. Technically, those things would come back. But I'm going to also move this guy this way. And that would give me a majority in that green and the blue, so I can take 2 of these cubes.
Not my cubes.
Taking your cube, Joe! They're going to mine.
That's going to happen at some point.
And that's a move. I've got a construct and move. So I'm going to construct a refuge right here. And I'm going to move to right here. And this little cube goes back into there. And then it's your turn.
What does Che Guevara have up there? He's got...
He'll let you move.
That little...
And then for every red outpost you have, you perform that action. So for it can move for every red outpost.
That's nice. And it's worth 4 points.
And it's a tactic move. So some effects, same effect as a move action, but you can move a region occupied by, you can ignore majorities, which you do as a, well, she does anyway, but.
She does, yeah. But not my little people.
That's a pretty good card though.
That is nice.
For 4 points.
So I have control of a red spot. I'm going to go ahead and, I hate to have to get rid of 2 guys, but I'm just going to do it.
Okay.
And then, because of the special ability, I can spend. These are just paper versions of the of the crates.
Of the cheese, yeah.
The cheese, paper cheese. So I can spend 1 as a power source as well, or whatever you call those batteries.
Oh, that's right.
And I'll go ahead and snag Che Guevara there.
That goes to you.
And I think I'll just...
This will move down, and this will come out.
I think I'll just hang on to that one for a moment.
And there's your other drone cards. All 3 of your drone cards are out there.
You shuffle 2 of these? Alright. Now we need to get building stuff. I should have probably looked at that more on that board, but that's okay. I'm just going to go ahead and make some more people then. With my other double whatever.
Now we're going to make people?
People.
Okay, and they just come out right there.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So now's the time where we need to occupy things, and I could really use another green. I've got 1 green. The other green's really far away. If I had 2 red, which I have no red. If I had 2 red, I could probably buy this one, but I don't. Here are my options here. I guess I could move. I got the move. I could move into red, but then I'd be giving up the blue one. And I really want the blue one. I think I want to. While he's there, I want to pick this up. Well, really, what I really like to do is be in position. So I think I'm going to do this one, which will let me spawn a dude and move. I'm going to spawn up right here, which is just going to give me this. That goes right there.
Now, is there any special rules in this space with majority rules? Can you move through those, or are my guys actually blocking yours from moving through there?
Yeah, they're blocking me from moving through there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, with that in mind, it's time. Maybe we should just use the murder drone.
No, you don't need a
murder drone!
You trying to murder?
Murder drone. So he can move 2 spaces.
Evil.
So we'll go 1, 2. So he just kills one of these guys.
Oh.
He's just straight up dead.
It was a good life scrapping.
You get I get a piece of candy, and you get a piece of candy. Do you want to pick your own candy?
Ooh, piece of candy.
Choose your fate.
Sure.
And just for fun, let's see what we got here. So, we
That's
got the same thing.
Well,
So as you play an action, you can lay this down, and you can also do whatever that says. So that's like an enlist. We both got the same.
and that's why combat isn't like a huge part of the game.
Right.
Right.
I do get a point for that. So that's nice.
Well, at least got a piece of candy. Bring that guy back.
And now, you could still move in there, but neither of us will have majority. All it would do is take it away from both of us.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the end of this round. I've got 2 blues, so I can unlock my blue one.
Wait, so I can actually move and match majority with you?
Yes.
I don't have to. Okay.
And then neither of us has majority.
Okay. Slightly. I don't need to do too much crazy movement right now. I just need to have the blue. I gotta have that blue at the end of this because I want to get all of my stuff unlocked. Okay. So I'm gonna make a guy.
Enlist.
Oh, I could enlist 2 if I wanted to.
Yeah.
I forgot I got the extra candy. I might as well.
Oh yeah, throw your candy down.
Throw the candy down. And we'll enlist 2. And then I'll go ahead and grab some cheddar somewhere. Where's the place that I want the cheddar from? I'll take this cheddar. These are spent cheddars.
Yeah.
I'm going to get those away from so I don't get them confused. Or that's fine. As long as it's further enough away. And then I'll do movement and build. So we'll go ahead and pop 2 guys over to take your blue and green
Yeah.
cube. Thank you, sir. And then I
You gotta
will
build something?
Yeah, I think I want this guy to be able to hop around a little bit.
An elevator? Or you want to put another refuge in?
Now these are like, if I'm gathering, like, is this one space or are these 2 separate spaces?
These are 2 separate ones.
It's
It's
separated
got a
by
little
that
line
line.
to separate it.
Mm-hmm. So basically, those triangles are just kind of hard to get to, aren't they?
Yeah, they're kind of a pain.
Except for those 2 over there by themselves. I forgot I had that elevator right there.
Yeah, there's neutral ones here too, where they can pop up without anything.
I forgot.
Oh, and you've got your elevator all the way on there.
Yeah. So I could just do a grabby grab. Whatever. Alright, we'll just finish this up. I'll go ahead and just make a bridge. Now, can I use your bridges? Or
No.
Okay. So, you said these cannot span a district?
Yeah, they have to stay within the same district, so that's legal.
So, and it has to not cross over...
It's not supposed to cross over 2 regions, so that's fine. It's kind of go skirting the edge of that.
Yeah, it's not really like I'm not going over into another section. I'm using this. This is all part of the same section right here. So, yeah, I think that's it.
So you got your bridge.
That was the
Okay.
movement of the bridge. Oh, did these have to be in order? I could have made the bridge and then moved if I wanted to?
I think so.
Okay.
Oh, and it's at the end.
That's fine. Well,
Do you have 2 blue ones?
I do have 2 blue ones.
So you get to flip over your other little thing there.
Little guy. And I think that's saying that I can put
You can make or build a refuge even if you don't have majority. Is kind of what I think that means.
that do not contain my units, so I can actually do a refuge.
Oh, you can build a refuge even.
Just
drop pod.
Yeah, plop it up somewhere. That's nice.
Like one of those little pop-up coffee stands.
I didn't even realize that I had that. That's super handy.
That's my favorite way to buy tacos too.
Yeah.
Just out of nowhere.
Drop them in.
Okay, so we're getting towards the point. So at the end of this round, it's going to be worth a lot of points to either have a lot of things built or have a lot of power cells.
Now you could also go. Could you go backwards and use the same? You can't use the same spot that you already have one at, correct?
Right.
Yeah. Okay. But you
And
could,
if you
but
go,
you could go forward if you want.
if you do a prior turn, then it's going to be less points.
Okay.
It's usually a less effective version of something you can do.
So you could potentially go forward and never. You could do future ones and never actually have to backtrack.
Right.
Yeah. If you just popped on the bottoms and tops. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, here's something I could do. That would be fun. I want to move. I'm going to take my leader, and he's going to move on down. Move on down the road. And he's going to put this blue back here. I'll take that red one from you. He can move into here because he counts as two people. And so that allowed him to move in. Well, there would have just been one person anyway, so it really wouldn't have been competition.
But you wouldn't have been able to take that red though.
But now I'm on two reds. So I've got red here and red here, which means I can buy this card right here because I have the 3 power cells. So I'm going to pay my 3 power cells, and I got to pick one of these to give up.
Maybe I shouldn't have let you shuffle them cards.
I think I'm gonna do this one. Yeah, I think I'm gonna get rid of this one, and I'm buying one of these teleporter drone cards, which are really handy. This is the basic one. There's no extra movement or anything, so it's just like the one that you got.
And you get 3 points for
in
it.
your starter deck. Except that it's
At the
worth
end.
3 points at the end. And let's see what comes up here. Ooh, the murder drone.
Hey.
That's a murder drone with a +2
Hey.
in range.
That doesn't look too bad.
Yep.
It's gonna be candy raining all over the place.
And
oh, sorry. I was just gonna say he only kills one at a time, though. Correct.
right.
Right. Yeah.
And that is the end of this turn. I'm going to take my thing, and I believe I've got 2 of these things. So I could either take 4 points, or I've got 1, 2, 3, so 2, 4, 6. Yeah, I'll take the 6 points. That. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6.
One person can pick, as long as you have a person with majority in there, then they can pick stuff, whatever. They can pick up, if you do 2 pickups, they can pick both of them up. You don't have to have 2 people there. So I'll go ahead and do a little teleportation.
Okay. So where are you going to
Yes.
zap them? Are you going to move that and zap people, or are you going to zap that guy?
So bad. Well, I don't really want to give up all that stuff. And I kind of like my 2 guys over there. And I like her being out in the middle of everything. And I don't really care about green spots that much anymore. So it is nice having that out in the middle, though, because then it just like makes it easier to like, you know, to move and get into the other spaces, since I've only got 2 movement with it.
Right.
But I really don't care about the green spot so much. I think I'll go ahead and just pop this guy over here. He's gonna go up the runway and and pop in over next to blue.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna play a couple pickups. So he's gonna go cheddar grabbing or iPhone 4 stashing, whatever you
Technology just laying on the ground.
Technology taking.
Or as we call them, circles.
Yeah. All right, and then.
And then you pick your
my thing.
your
Yeah.
job.
And so now because I'm controlling the three blue bases, I think I'm just going to take the one that gives me 6 points off of that.
Okay. So 6
I'm
points.
going in the future here.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
So I keep staying ahead of you.
Yep. So that
But I
means
keep giving you first place.
yeah, it keeps putting me at first player. We'll take back our cards that are face up.
Spent candy. Does it just go off to the side or?
Yeah, just we'll just set it aside over here.
Okay. I kind of like how this is only 4 rounds because that's a good amount of time to.
It is.
To get a good, yeah, without it feeling like, because you could see a game like this drag on if it was longer than 4, but 4 is a good number.
And I haven't played it at over 3 player yet.
Yeah.
And I do have the expansion that takes us to 6 players.
That's painful in games. Like you need.
That's a lot of drones out there.
You need 6 people that love this game. This is fun. I'm enjoying it. I like the different factions.
Isn't it fun?
Mm-hmm.
I think this game's really neat.
Yeah.
Like, I love the whole concept of the game.
Mm-hmm.
Now you got the damn drone all the way over there. Why are you doing that to me, man?
Oh, I didn't even think about the fact that was helping keep it away from you. But, you know, he's still
looks like Big Boy's going on a trip. There's nothing left for him there.
Looks like I'll get that red
Oh, I should look up what the abilities are that I've unlocked.
I should just keep my mouth shut and you go ahead and do your thing.
Let's see. So I've got, it looks like kill people. Extreme remedies. If you don't have majority in a region, you can use a collect action to kill an opponent's scrapper.
What is it?
I can use collect actions to kill you.
What?
And if I don't have majority,
so mean.
So like over here, they could just like start murdering.
If you don't have majority, you get to kill people with collections.
Yeah.
Sneaky.
That's pretty mean. And the other one,
they just start coming in with their little needles in the neck. Sneaky people.
Get you in the night.
Get you while you're not looking.
That's the way we roll.
They wait till everybody's comfortable with their majority, and then they.
The other one I got is Field Engineer. After I build a bridge or an elevator, I may take 2 extra move actions. What? Okay. I like that.
Yeah.
It's too bad the building thing's already gone, so this round it's going to be handy to have garrisons on red and blue. Oh, so no one has this screen, it's technically, because he got zapped away.
Oh.
So it goes back.
Left him.
Right there. So I'll do a move and kind of try to get in position. See it. There. Move. Oh, the battery's about to die in here. I'll move him over here. And he is going to go... put him up here. And then... Oh, you know what? Instead of him doing that, he went here. And then my next thing will be a spawn move. And so I'm going to spawn here. And that lets me keep that red one. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to move him down in here, which should give me now a majority. Oh no, we're the same. Okay. So we're the same. So those would just go back into there. And then it's your turn.
What we were looking at were these little tokens. And now the reference card indicates, it says that it's actions per outpost. So it allows you to perform whatever indicated action is a number of times equal to the number of corresponding controlled outposts. But it goes through a little more clarification in the full rule book, showing that it can be any outpost, so you have to select what outpost it's going to be.
Yeah, you kind of pick the outpost and you get to do that whatever action you lay down on that many times.
Right, right.
Which makes them really pretty powerful.
Super powerful. And then the other thing, though, is that you can use it for...
they can count towards any base in the marketplace.
Right.
And things were with actions per outpost.
Okay. All right. Well, Gotta get ready for points here. So I'm gonna.
So far, that's really the only time we've had to pull out the rule book, which is impressive for a game
Yeah.
with this kind of level of complexity.
Yeah. No, it's not an overly complicated game once you get all the symbols and stuff down. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and start exploding people out here. And with this, the way I understand it is because I have 2 blue cubes, I can make 5.
Yes.
That's how we're doing that? Okay. So we're going to blow some people out onto the board. And I'm going to just move them in there and take those take those other ones from you.
I've already gotten my points from that.
I know, I can't really, and I've already used my things, so there's not really much more reason to need blues. And I've already used that indicator for that, that point value thing at the end. So now I just got to think, do I want a little more people? I think I want a little more people because I also want to pick some stuff up. So I'm going to get a little more people, 1 more person.
Okay.
And
pick up a resource someplace.
We're going to get, we'll just grab this. Gosh, I wish I could just grab that. It's fine. I'll just grab that cheddar.
A little bit of cheddar off the ground.
Yep. And then now I am going to place my end of round point marker on this one. So for every 3, I'm getting 3 points. So how many are there all together? Let's see, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I wish I could have gotten that last one out, but
yeah.
that's okay. I guess we're just going to take what we can get.
How many points is
so
that?
I think that's 4 times 3. 12.
12 points. You're at 12, so 24.
Hey, we can do math.
So long as it's
we can do
even.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's that for this round. And then.
Oh man, you got a lot of points. That was a good move.
Yeah, but you still got all your stuff, so we'll see how you explode at the end here. So these get discarded.
Yeah, this goes down, and all the face-up cards come back.
I don't have this anymore. Maybe you can toss that for me, thanks. Sling your pieces everywhere here.
Okay. I'm still in last place, so I'm first player. Yay! That's been my secret thing. I just want to go first every time.
Very well made. I hope.
Let's see.
Now I can only do one thing other than go backwards. I do like the way that these things kind of limit you on what you can do, because it really
kind of gives you some prerequisite kind of things that you have to get to
later. The only thing I've been able to use on my little special abilities is that trade-off.
I think these are really easy to forget. So you definitely gotta keep an eye on it. I was thinking about just killing a couple of your dudes.
Oh, I'm sure you'd love to kill a couple of my dudes.
But it doesn't really help me a lot. Like, I don't get points.
You get points.
I get 1 point for killing them.
For each death, yeah.
But I'm just giving you these candy things, which are probably helping you as much as they're hurting you.
Maybe. So
I'm going to play, and I'm going to do I really have 3 reds? No. One of these reds is supposed to be over there. Oh, it would be on your board.
Oh.
So I played my enlist, and I'm going to do this ×1 and just kind of enlist for every like green that I have. So that's going to let me enlist 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4 with this thing. And I'll put a couple on this one. I'll put a couple. In fact, no, I'm gonna put all of them down here. They're all of you right there. Right there. And what else will I do here? That's tricky. It's tricky to pick. See, with my special ability, I could just start murdering people right there. But, as tempting as it is to just be a murder clown, I can also build things and move, which can be helpful. I get 2 move points, so I can move, build things, move. Actually, what I kind of want some more purple stuff. So I think I'm gonna use the drone and do a little exit here. This is gonna move up here. He's gonna get inside and then end up over here on the roof.
Mm-hmm.
And this cube goes back to you.
Nice. I'll take it.
And that's my move.
So that blue indicator on that resource grab, whatever collect symbol right there, it means that you can choose. You can.
Oh, you can exchange
technology. You can exchange it for.
So you can swap one of these for one of these with that action.
It's almost more points from cards than I would be able to get from exchanging the points for the technology at the end.
Yeah. We got this big rave going in the middle of the board.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Boom chicka boom, boom chicka boom, boom chicka boom.
Just, hey man, you've been scrapping? Yeah, I've been scrapping all day.
Scrapping
it up.
They just keep coming out of that tent. Like a clown car.
I just have to pick stuff up though too when I do that. There's not really a point in putting more people out right now. So I'm going to go do a big movement. And let's move. Let's get out of majority here so you can't kill my people. I really only need those 2 over there. How many you got? You got 5 right there, and I've got 6. So if I just move 1 even out, let's do 2. So we'll go ahead and pop him here. That's 1 movement to move those 2, and the second movement to move this guy over here.
Okay.
For my 3rd movement, I'm going to finally use this bridge that this guy's been staring at by himself all day long here. And then we'll do a double pickup. And we'll finally get some batteries. I haven't picked up one of those this entire time. And then...
you want to get one of these technologies, or?
Yeah, I think so. I think I want to get that one.
Okay.
Alright, that's that.
That's what's up. So I'm going to... We'll do this multi-card where I can collect and then build something. So I'm going to collect this. I'm going to build. Let's build another bridge across through here. And because of this thing, when I build a bridge, I get to move twice.
Oh yeah, that's so nice.
So I'm going to move. Where can I go? I guess he could move over here on his merry way. I can move him down into here to make this easier. Alright, and then I'm going to do a I've got all these, so I don't really need to I need to start thinking about getting people out and getting supplies. So I'm going to do a double collect. On top of that, I'm going to do my little enlist here. So for the enlist, I can drop them out over here on my refuge and my collect. I'm going to take both of these little purple thingies.
Loading up.
I got purples. Okay, what you got?
I feel like I screwed myself by getting rid of my refuge early on. Now there's not really even a point to do anything because there's that one card that has a refuge place, but it's like I've already.
It's not so bad to start in the middle though.
Yeah, I've got all my people already out. I think I'll go ahead and now these two still counts as points at the end. I'm gonna go ahead and discard that one.
Okay.
Because why not? And I think I'll buy the 3 grabby one up there that we were looking at before, which I will have to actually pay my power energy, whatever you call it, energy cell.
Okay.
And then I do that free trade or whatever with that other one, and then does that instantly move down? Or it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
Either way, that's the end of my. I wouldn't be able to buy another. Well, I guess I could buy another one if I discarded, but I don't even have the money to do that. I do actually, but just that little single one over there.
I don't see anything that would super help you.
Except for the points that are on those cards.
Yeah, some good points. You'll buy another one.
Yeah, I think I am. I'm going to get rid of this one guy, one builder, and we'll pay the last one to get that blue one right there.
This here?
Yeah.
Okay. There you go.
Okay, thank you. And that's that.
Let's see what comes out. We got Abbey Road.
Ooh, that's a nice one. Blue means you have a logistic move, so same effect as a move action, but you can move as if you use an elevator. You can move from a ground to a roof region or vice versa.
So let's see. So I get a discount on my drones of 1 circle or triangle. And I see a couple of drone cards out. What's the cheapest one? 2 triangles there. And just buy all of the movement ones.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, who needs feet when you can fly?
Teleporters. I just put my teleporter out and move them to the furthest corner.
And this is a teleporter with a +1 movement, so that's pretty cool. So I got both of those, and we'll move this down. What we got here?
A couple more grabbies.
More grabby things. Okay.
Alright.
And my second thing, let's see. So my goal is either to have a bunch of circles, which I won't have, or we forgot to move the turn mark. So are we here?
Yeah, we're actually all the way at the end. Yeah.
Oh wow. Oh wow, it's the end.
It's getting there.
So really, I should probably just buy 2 drone cards. I should probably just spend the rest of that.
Probably wouldn't be a bad idea.
I wonder what's worth the most points out there. Threes. They're all 3s.
Well, you got
there's a 4.
Yeah, there's a 4 blue, but you gotta have the 2 blues.
You gotta have 2 blues to get it. Don't need to occupy anything.
I guess out of fairness, since we're doing this as a early game here, I will say that there is a 4 you can buy. The black market.
Oh, there is a 4.
Mm-hmm. I wouldn't tell you that if we were being more competitive, but
it's funny because I still want to do all these things, even though it sort of gets pointless here at this last bit.
It's literally pointless. Unless you really needed to get that other blue
It'll get.
4.
I can
over
put
there,
another
but-
person out if I do this, which will be a few more points.
Mhm.
What am I at here? I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Oh, so yeah, if you put one more, you'll get an extra 3 points.
So one more is worth 3 points. So it kind of doesn't matter which way I go.
Well, 4 points is better than 3.
That is true. 4 points is better than 3. So with that in mind,
Unless your energy cells are doing anything for you, which they're not.
wow, 3. They will count as 1 point each.
Oh, they do?
Mhm.
Oh, well, shoot.
So it's kind of like trading 3 points to get.
Oh, cripes. I would have probably focused more on it. That's okay.
Well,
Doesn't matter. No, it evens
I think
out.
I'm going to lose either way, so I'm just going to do this. I'm just going to put my dude out and move. So he can come out, and then somebody can move. And he'll just kind of go, ha! There's
So
no
it
real-
doesn't. You don't get points for controlled areas or anything like that at the end of the game, right?
No, not really.
Okay. Oh, I see what you're showing. It shows it up here on the point side where every 2 of the technologies is worth 1, but every energy cell is worth 1 on its own because they're much harder to get.
And let's see. I will, and just for fun, since I have, I guess I could have bought that black market card. That would
Wait,
be nicer.
Did you already discard? Did you discard a card and then you just played that one?
No. Oh, I did.
Yeah.
No, so I'm done. So I need to pick.
You're sitting there.
I'm sorry.
You're getting all murder happy up
They
there.
got all murdery. All right, so I'll do that one. So that's for every 3. I ended up with 12. So that's 4 times 3. All right.
12, yeah. So you're at 27.
Aha!
Aha.
But
well,
you haven't had your turn yet.
yeah, I'm
Okay.
I'm hoping for cards for points probably at the end here. This is kind of moot at this point. I'll just put this guy down here and grab up 3 more resources. So I'll just grab these.
Yep.
And I'll put out. Whoops. I'll put out a grappling hook somewhere that's unnecessary. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't even matter at this point.
No.
I guess I should gave it to him. Maybe I get him off of the.
I could go home.
Yeah, just to be nice to him, so he's not stuck on the roof.
Send that drone over here. And the last.
I should have put that down, but then I could have, because I couldn't get. Could have gotten into those blue spaces, but that's not worth it. All right, whatever. Let's just get rid of something. It doesn't matter. So I've got 3. I don't know what I want to buy.
You got 3 rounds.
Yeah, I don't even know what.
Did you use your special ability yet?
I haven't. I get to use that each action anyways, right? But I'm just looking at what the highest point value one is.
You got.
I wish I could get that 4 one, but I don't have the 2 triangles. I should probably just get. I don't have greens. I do have 2 reds. I don't have the triangles, so I'll just. Yeah, this guy's will be worth 1.2 at the end. So we'll pick up the little. This guy right here.
Okay. No need to reset them since this is it.
Yeah. And now put this measly thing over where.
So now you pick one of the blue ones because you have to pick something from the past.
Mm-hmm. Or I could do that one, couldn't I?
Nope.
No? Okay. Oh, that's what you meant. Okay. I thought you were. See, I thought you could do either one in the future. So yeah, you really do have to do it from the past.
Yeah, you got the top or the bottom on the.
I've got what 3 structural things out. That's pretty much.
In fact, I think you only can do the building ones. because you don't have any pyramids.
Well, the reds. I could do the reds, but they're not.
Oh,
they're not.
well, no, you've already done something in that column because you did the top of that
Oh,
one.
okay. So that's a whole rule I totally missed at the beginning. Is that you can only do one thing in each column, regardless. So yeah, that makes sense.
I think it's well, by the turn.
Worked out well enough. So 3 points. I'm right with you. 1, 2, 3.
All right.
We're sharing spaces.
Now we add the rest. Okay, we've reached the end of the game, and I think the way it spells it out on here, what ideally you would do is as you reach the end, you start to kind of calculate your points, and it moves on. Maybe it's like with a 2-player game, it made sense just to let him have his turn, and then we'll sit and count it all out. Plus, we're doing this with you all, so maybe we're moving a little slower. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to see how many outposts we have. We get 1 supply, which is a victory point, for each of these outposts we control. So I see here I've got 3, and you might want to, it's worth it to check the board state again and make sure that you haven't forgotten and that you don't have an outpost you shouldn't have, but you kind of make sure everything's legit, and then you count them out. So I've got 3 here, so it's going to be 3 points. 1, 2, 3. And then, do you really have 4?
I guess so. Yeah, I didn't even realize those were worth points until just now.
This one's not occupied anymore.
I was trying to. Did I cheat on any kind of?
I don't think so.
Okay.
He just moved away.
Okay, I don't think I could purchase any buys.
So
that's right. Yeah, when I moved him, I forgot about that.
So
hence why you need to check the board again.
So yeah. So you also have 3. So we're still right the same. Okay. And the next thing we're going to count is the feats. We both have unlocked all of our feats. So that is 6 points each.
We got lots of feats.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The next thing we're going to do is technology tokens. 2 tokens equals 1 point. So this will be no points. These are 1 point each, so that's actually 3 points.
Busting ahead.
1, 2, 3. Oh no! And then we count our cards. So even the cards from your discard pile, which all of mine on the discard pile are starter cards. So take all your starter cards and get rid of them. Even stuff that's flipped over, if it's got points on it, you can take it. So I've got 3, 6, 9 more points.
This is where I'm hoping to bust ahead.
So this flips over to 40 plus, and take it right there. Okay.
All right. It doesn't really matter here. So.
And Owen has been collecting.
Card collecting.
Mucho cards.
10, 12, 14, and 20.
20 points.
This card's got points.
40, 50, 57? Mm-hmm. 50, we'll say it's there. All right. Owen. Beginner's luck.
Yeah, that was my number when I used to play football in high school.
Was 57?
57.
All right.
Yeah, landed right on it.
Lucky 57. And that's been DEI. We played a very basic game of it. Mm-hmm. There's expansions that add more people and even weirder factions that do other things. You can play as all wolves and a polar bear.
That would be cool. Either that one or the
Psychers?
The satyr people. What are they?
The fawns.
Yeah, they look neat. They look like they almost look like dwarves with axes.
Yeah, and instead of a drone, they have a big sled with a big dude that pushes the sled around, and they take over bases and turn them into other things. They turn them into.
That sounds cool.
Like little refuges and stuff for their little goat people.
Yeah. Well, it was a lot of fun. I really like, even though I didn't get to utilize these extra abilities here because I got rid of my one switchblade card there that would have allowed
Yeah.
me to do any build actions. I didn't have any more refuges, so I only used the refuge in the middle, and two of my special actions required, well, they were playing off of refuges. Either way, it's really neat that you have these special powers that can make a huge difference on how you play each round and the efficiency of your movement, because as Sean unlocked the ones that he had on his board, they got really powerful. A little extra movement whenever you're doing things is nice. And I did get to utilize the one though that I did. I did that quite a bit. Where I could change one of my technologies into an energy cell whenever I was doing the card purchases. But
There's a lot of yeah, in your first game of this, I advise you to just pick randomly these things and put them out, because or you could sit and look them up. There's an optional rule where you draft them. So now that we've both played it before, maybe what we do when we go to play is we'd lay all the red ones out, and then we take turns picking the one that we're gonna use. Because I think there being such a good variety of these, there's at least 4 of each of these things. So with that amount of variety, you could really change the dynamics of your game. Because a lot of my strategy ends up working around some of the boosted abilities and stuff that you get.
Yeah. And
I did think the end of the game seems kind of like, it almost always seems to be more about buying cards. Buying cards and achieving those goals. If you've already got kind of those goals done for the end of the round, then that last round is all about buying as many points as you can get.
Absolutely, yeah. Because those some of those cards give you a huge amount of points if you're getting 3 and 4 points, and all of these are the end of the round goals that you have to hit are, except for that one where you just put all your people out. That was definitely the highest point value one that I saw that we could do with any reasonable ability.
Yeah,
to get that many points is a lot of points. But otherwise, yeah, those cards are where it's at. That was fun. I enjoyed it. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. Thanks for showing it to me.
Hey, no problem.
Yeah.
We'll be back soon with more videos. I hope you enjoyed this playthrough. If you like this video, be sure to click like. If you would like to subscribe, please do so. I'd love to see you again. Until next time, enjoy your games, and we'll see you soon. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Sorry, I had a burp on deck. It would not stop.
Jeez, that was a chance to cough. Let's get those out.
Erupt.